Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 12th episode of Violet Evergarden. So, in the last episode, Violet went to a war-torn area going through a civil war because somebody needed a doll there, and anywhere somebody is in need of a doll to express their feelings to another, Violet will be there to help them. So she did, she showed up, and she did help him, pretty much on his deathbed, getting down all of his thoughts and feelings. And in the end, she did succeed in giving them to his loved ones, and they were very appreciative of it. They cried a lot. I may have cried a bit, and it was just a very emotional episode there near the end there. So, in any case, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, play. Almost, which means not completely. The safe assumption. Oh, so they are bringing Gilbert's brother back into the story. The one that's so fond of Violet. Well, we're kind of desperate and you're available, so do it. We want to cover all our bases, so you get in the water and help us. You can tell he does not want to do this. uh, they did not like that, but yes. You were inferior to your brother, as long as you know that. There's always somebody trying to ruin the peace. No kidding. Plenty of opportunity to be attacked. We're counting on you. You better do it. What, you're not big on the idea of peace? Because the military isn't as useful in times of peace? Is that the takeaway from that? Because he was the one that was... I'm fairly certain he was the one that was being all savage on Violet for having the audacity to live a peaceful doll life after being in the war. So, yeah. Never really liked him at all, to be honest. And that scene did not do anything to change my mind on that. I wonder if we will end up seeing Violet, though. I'm pretty sure she's had some character growth since they last met. Not sure that would matter to him at all, but... It'd be nice if his opinion of her improved. Not that his opinion really matters that much, but... But yeah, apparently we're having some peace talks, or peace signing... Or peace actions, I guess you just say. And some people may be trying to ruin this. Well, yeah. Isn't that where the train ride starts? She looks pretty cute in that hat. Of course, I would never feel safe in one of those type of airplanes. Is that our ambassador and doll? Well, doll makes sense, but I wouldn't call him an ambassador. Oh, never mind. That would be nice. We'll see how this goes. Can I have your autograph? Possibly a date. Yeah, they've already left Leyden, so... not much point in Violet going there. Yeah, Distillery is where they're starting. Okay. And that's where they board the train. So they might... so Violet might meet up with them there. I love just watching long, beautiful hair slightly blowing in the wind. And yay, he's here. Yeah, how dare. Don't you know when you're in the military, you're in there for life? You can't just quit. Yes, that's his brother. The inferior brother. And I will begrudgingly do it. Well, Violet's in the sky somewhere. At least not yet. I hate you so much. She is a wonderful doll, and don't make me hit you. You watch your mouth, too. She is perfect. Yeah, can you wrap your mind around that one? They are a miracle of the universe. I even like the early ones. Anything to say now? Admiral douchebag. Seems like something's on Violet's mind. No surprises there, but... I guess these are the remnants, the bad guys. Yes, very intense. Good. Let it forever be burned into your mind. I'm sure they know that some of you are still around. Let's see how your little strategy fares. Very beautiful shot, showing the passage of time. Yes, assuming nobody ruins this. Well, war, what is it good for? Not much. Still, wouldn't be as good as transporting Violet herself, which B is currently doing, sort of. You look very uninterested considering you're watching a building burn. Usually people have a bit more emotion on their face when they see that. Whether it be sadistic glee or sadness and shock. Violet? Yeah, I think we saw a bit of that. Yep. We knew that they would, so... it is pretty great. Hopefully nothing happens to it. Like getting exploded, blown up, obliterated, damaged. Oh. What? What's in this? Oh. So he's seen the fire as well now. Oh no. There was a silent takedown too, so... So yeah, things are already going badly. Nothing we can't recover from, but... Is that Violet boat? Plane? I know my vehicles. I tell you. Yeah, listen to the woman. Well, of course. Yeah, they might be closer than you might expect. Violet! And he saw her, didn't he? Because this is where the plot is. What are you saying? You wouldn't have to tell me twice. Apparently she's not on the same page, though. Why are you here? That she did. Well, Violet's not gonna lie. Don't go anywhere near that scary man. Not sure I feel about seeing two beds in the same shot as the two of them. And I say you're still a tool in general. Yeah, she wants to help people. You know, her friends and everything. Should definitely Excalibur him, Violet. Yes, likely. Oh. But yes, that's pretty much the current situation, yes. Well, that's good at least. Yeah, definitely don't do that. It makes sense. Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah, a long time. That would be a blow to be sure. I wonder if this plot point will last more than one episode because it's kind of... Hopefully your operation fails. And Violet wrecks you all. You should probably shoot first, ask questions later in this case. It will work out better, I assure you. It's not wrong. They decoupled it. Oh no. That's a problem. Not a bad strategy, but... leave this to Violet, she's got this, trust me. Yeah, that's how they planned it. But they still have Violet. This is not the time for this, dude. Just stop. Violet, take the gun and shoot him. No, she does not need a weapon. She can just wreck fools with her fists. No problem. A person with their own thoughts and feelings and opinions? Is that really hard to grasp? Her reputation precedes her once again. You really are not a smart man. Oh. Yeah, do you want to die? Is that what's happening right now? And that's not safe, but considering who it is, I don't care. Not just any woman, as you'll see soon enough. You guys consider yourself lucky you didn't fall off the train. That's Violet to you. Uh... with him, the mark may be more physical. Yeah, I was about to say, that's what matters, not what's in your head. No, I don't think it works that way at all. That'll make an exception for you. And here we go, round 2. Like I have these guns and they just stab her with it instead of trying to shoot her with them. I know they're not really like super modern guns or anything, but... And I kind of regret saying what I said now. This is really not looking good for Violet. I'm sure she'll be fine, but that... Oh no. You son of a bitch. If there's one thing you don't take away from Violet, it's that. I think you'll come to regret that. He actually did fall off the train. Still don't like him, but saving Violet to give him a couple points back. That's not mutually exclusive, though. Okay, now you're just going too far. I take back those points. And in this case, killing would help you have a higher chance of living on, so it's definitely not contradictory. I'm still alive, guys. Not to interrupt the moments. And... No, Violet, don't you dare do that. Okay, it's a good thing she has metal arms. Because I got really scared for a second there. Does he even know she has metal arms? Just... abrupt ending. After episode 10 and 11, I'm glad we got a break from the pure sadness episodes. Had a bit more of an action-oriented one. Because I don't really want to have too many sad episodes in a row in a show, because it'll just kind of get to the point where you're like, okay, I wonder what's going to make me cry this episode, you know? If that makes sense. So that was the 12th episode of Violet Evergarden. And this episode, there were a peace treaty, you know, event going on, which they wanted to make sure went smoothly, because as we've established in the show before, there are people that are anti-peace. They want war, the war is still going on in their head, and they want it to continue going on in reality. It's pretty much what it boils down to. So that beginning segment, we pretty much had the, military talking to Gilbert's brother, saying, hey, we want you to help. Your squad's fully operational and everything, so you can help. We want to cover all our bases and make sure this goes on without a hitch. So you're up for this, right? You're totally for peace. You're not some military guy that's obsessed with war. That's not the case, right? So that's how that went. We saw Violet riding in a plane, and yeah, when they said she would be pretty much going to the same place as Catalea and them, it was, obvious that they would meet up at the train and ride the train together, and that is what ended up happening. And they said that the boats, that they had a doll and an ambassador, and then they showed Catalea with Benedict, I think his name is. So at first I was like, wait, is he the ambassador? I don't think he's really an ambassador, but no, they said it was someone else, which that makes more sense. But yeah, it also makes sense that they would send Catalea, their more popular doll. And I did like the scene when Gilbert's brother shows up to them, and how they just really defended Violet a lot. Because when Violet first became a doll, her coworkers didn't have a huge amount of enthusiasm for her. I didn't have much encouragement. But at this point, they've seen how much Violet's grown, how much she's helped people that she has written for. And yeah, I like how they were willing to stick up for her like that. So Violet did eventually meet up with them. They all went to the train. And we did see the bad guys doing their evil conspiring and all that. And just, blowing stuff up, pretty much being a pain. And infiltrating the train. And we also got Violet meeting up with Gilbert's brother, because that was gonna happen eventually. And he seems to have the idea that Violet's, the same as she's always been, a tool that just wants to be ordered around, to slaughter people. If you tell her to slaughter people, she'll do it. But I think she was able to get across to him that that's not the case, that she has changed. But then he kind of transitioned to, you've changed for the worse, if a good's a combat doll that won't kill, you're the reason why Gilbert died, and just being an asshole like he's so good at doing. But, there is some truth to that. In that situation, you kind of have to kill or be killed. When you're on a train, on top of a train, fighting multiple people with, guns that can stab you, yeah, you kind of have to be willing to kill, or you're going to die. And she would have died if it wasn't for Gilbert's brother, which I did give him some points for saving Violet, and then he kind of tempted me to take them back away for some of the stuff that he was saying. So he does not want me to be on his side, I'm convinced. But yeah, it was just cool seeing him shoot people, I'll say that much, shooting the enemy. And Violet was taking some damage in that fight. And luckily she has metal arms, because otherwise she would have been a lot more injured than she actually was there. Because the guns can hurt you if they're pointed at you and have bullets in them. And they're somewhat accurate, and the person wielding them is somewhat accurate. One of the lines Violet said was something along the lines of, the Major's orders were to live on, not to kill. But that's not really a contradiction at all. Like, especially if you're being, thrown into a dangerous combat scenario, the ability to kill will increase your chances of living on, to continue existing. So, I don't know why that's such a hang-up for her. Like, I can get behind the idea of not wanting to kill, because unless you're a psychopath, you're not going to enjoy killing people. But still, she's in a kill or be killed scenario, so you kind of have to be willing to do it. And she's good at it, there's no question about that. But yeah, that was pretty much how the episode ended off. A bit cliffhanger-ish, so I was kind of right that we would kind of continue this plot point in the next episode. So yeah, hopefully things work out and the anti-peace faction is not able to succeed in their anti-peace mission. And things work out, because peace is always better than no peace. It's not to say that there aren't any wars that were worth fighting, but still, peace is generally considered better. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, the Dragon of Oshu, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon, and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.